every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is. You show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox postgame podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of the ToddFox postgame show with your host, ToddFox, as we are coming live from the Halos in the Infield studios, where 714 Tickets is a sponsorship where you can use the HITI in the promo code or apply now code at the checkout to get 10% off of any purchase, whether it's 1 ticket or 10 tickets. You can get that, or you could do it over and over and over and get much more with your Heaty involvement there. Just mention us and you get all kinds of perks. Also go to Noble L Works, which is right across the street off of Catella behind the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim, which it used to be called, or the Honda Center, so that you can get $1 off specials off of pints or 2 for $9 specials just by mentioning Halos in the Infield. Now, with that being said, good evening, everybody. It is a Tuesday after yesterday's wild game, which we were on the air for about a good 5 to 6 hours. Me and Catella Chronicles Dominique yesterday. We did a game there, and we appreciate everyone that checked in and everything, and enjoyed the game with us. It was kind of rocky there, almost losing our Zach Neto at home because our third base coach is incompetent. But that's a story for another day because, again, the Angels win one tonight in a game where if you told me that Sandoval would have a couple of these during the season and, he'd have a few bad starts, but for the most part he'd have starts like this or starts where he goes 6 innings, 7 innings, allows 2 to 3 runs, but the Angels score 5 or 6. And, he has a winning record right now, and he'll be like 7 or maybe he's like 10-4 or something like that. I'd be like, that's the Sandoval that we all thought that he would grow into and start to pitch like. But unfortunately, this season, he's had more bad starts than he's had good starts. And he's had, again, the problem with no run support. And the Angels, gave him some run support tonight, but it looked a little dicey at times. Again, you had that inning where the Angels could have blown this game wide the fuck open in the third inning. You had the bases loaded, nobody out, and they muster only 1 run, and that's because of a passed ball. If those scenarios work out the way they did without the passed ball, they don't score anything. And we've seen this team also not be able to score runs. And in the beginning of the season, with the lineup we had on paper, and we were all anticipating Rendon to hit the IL at least 3 or 4 times, which he has not. He's not disappointed us there. He's hit the IL 3 times. But we thought most of these guys would be healthy and they'd score runs. So runners in scoring position has been a problem. You've had third base and coaching errors, whether it's Nevin, whether it's Hasselman, whether it's Wise, whether it's Thames. The coaching's been terrible. And then Sandoval, like I was trying to say, Sandoval's usually been a guy that we thought was going to turn around and have a breakout season, especially after the WBC. I mean, come on. Nobody thought he was going to get off to a slow start. But he's just had these starts this year. But you got to admit, here's one thing to look at. Yes, it's against the Yankees. Yes, he pitched his ass off like he did against Kansas City. But look at the 2 rosters. The Yankees aren't that much better right now with the players they have on the field than the Kansas City Royals. Think about it. Look up and down. If you want to Google right now, the Royals starting lineup compared to the Yankees starting lineup. None of these guys are hitting over 250. A lot of them are around the Mendoza line. So, again, give credit where credit's due. Sandoval still got to get the outs. He's still got to not walk guys. He's still got to keep the ball in play. And he had a lot of ground ball outs. His changeup was probably the best I've seen it all year. That changeup was, he would nail it with a fastball, hit the corners or whatever, get a guy to foul it off, and then just change speeds just so effectively tonight. The slider wasn't good, was good, not hanging out over the plate like it's been all year. And when he needed to finish guys off on 0-2 pitches, he wasn't getting the strikeouts, but he was pitching down and away to where guys were either trying to pull the ball and they were hitting it right to Neto, or they were hitting it right over there to Stefanik, aka Squid, because again, God forbid we let Stefanik play any kind of defense. A guy who had only 2 errors in AAA, we are so scared to see him in the lineup after the 7th inning. We must bring in the Squidster. I still don't understand what he brings to this team. But let's go over the numbers tonight because there's more positives than negatives. Look, 1 run, 2 hits, that was it. Herman, fresh off of that, the perfect game against the Oakland A's, if you want to give him credit for that. To me, it's sort of like a Lakers bubble championship or a Dodgers ring pop. It really doesn't count. I mean, come on. Let's see. So the Yankees had a lineup tonight. Peraza, Torres, he was 264. He's the only guy. You had Stanton is at 196. He went 0 for 4 tonight. Rizzo went 0 for 4. LeMahieu went 0 for 4. So whenever you can get 4 out of your first 5 guys, including Peraza, your leadoff guy, to have 3 strikeouts, their leadoff guy is 211. They've now lost 5 straight series. Yes, the Yankees are not the Yankees of old. They have lost 5 straight series into all under 500 teams, including the White Sox, the Chicago Cubs, the Colorado Rockies, and I'm forgetting the other team they lost to was under 500, and then that would categorize us as under 500 as well because when they started the series. So DJ LeMahieu was a guy I wanted the Angels to get a couple years ago. He went 0 for 4 tonight. He's batting .231. He's had 2 bad years in a row. Volpe down there. Hishikawa, I don't even know how to say his name, 224. They were 0 for 3, left 4 men on base. Herman didn't really, he didn't pitch all that great, but he didn't pitch all that bad. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 5 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, and then the home run to Moniak. Abreu did an okay job with 4 strikeouts, so that even though the Angels scored 5 runs, they had 13 strikeouts as a team. So that's not good. But Neto went 1 for 2 tonight. 2 runs scored, a walk. Ohtani came up there, had the Ohtani night with a nice ringing single or triple, to score Neto from first base. That was an RBI for him. Moniak is up to 336. Yes, I almost said the R word. Yes, Phil fucking Nevin should be playing Moniak every day. And I'm finally glad to see that he's actually giving in and playing him because the guy's hitting 336, best on the team, hands down. But he still has a problem with Squid, and still, why are you putting Ward at 4? Please tell me. Why the hell? Look, I would just move Moustakas up to 4, Theis to 5, and Ward to 6, and put Ward and freaking Renfroe back to back. One of those morons has got to get a hit and screw around and get a hit. But tonight they didn't do that. Theis was actually unproductive tonight. So was Moustakas, which is kind of disappointing. But the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Angels did jack squat. Ward went 0 for 4 in a strikeout. Moustakas 0 for 4 in a strikeout. Theis went 0 for 4 in a strikeout. And Renfroe's just not wanting a big contract this year because he went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Cabbage had a rookie night tonight. And I'm not – dude – he can strike out 9 more times. I'm not scared. I know this dude's is a good hitter. I know he's gonna get on his game, so don't even worry about it. He had the hat trick tonight, but it's okay. Thankfully, Velasquez didn't play. Only 1 at bat officially for Stefanik, and he did have a walk as well, but a run scored for him. But again, Stefanik gets lifted for some ungodly reason. Again, now there was. As much as you question those plays as far as, okay, we put Ward at 4 and, we had some zeros out there. Here's what you scratch your head with Nevin's lineup, but then you scratch your head when it comes to the bullpen. So Webb comes out there and does a good job. He pitches 10 pitches. So Webb comes out in the 8th inning, pitches 2/3 of an inning, 10 pitches, right? You correct me if I'm wrong. This is not a save situation. It's not even a hold. You're up 4 runs. It's 3 runs and less is a save situation. So Brandon Webb, he's your setup guy. And when the Angels were right here with Sosha, and they had Scott Shields. And Scott Shields was I'm losing my voice, by the way. Scott Shields was an eighth inning setup guy. And when the Angels had a 5-1 lead in this situation, instead of using Percival or Frankie Rodriguez, the Angels would be like, okay, Shields, you pitched an effective eighth inning, finish off the ninth. And he would. And he would either get a hold or he would just get he would just finish off the game. And it's not a safe situation. So I'm scratching my head because philosophy clearly states that if you pitch a guy one night, he can't return then the next night. So what if the Angels are trying to go for a sweep? And we've seen this 4 times this year where they're either trying to avoid a sweep or get a sweep. And instead of stepping on the throat and going for the kill the next night, bullshit philosophy checks in and we can't use Estevez or can't use our really good bullpen pitchers like Moore. Moore wasn't available tonight. Did he pitch all that much last night? No. But that's bullshit philosophy. So you had 10 pitches by Webb. Why not let him finish off the ninth? You bring out Estevez. Did Estevez pitch a lot? No. 8 pitches. But what have we seen earlier this year? Estevez pitches one night, you got to sit the next. I'm going to be so pissed if we're within 3 or less, nursing a lead in the 9th inning, and bullshit Nevin does not want to go to Estevez. There's no excuse for that. So that's where I'm going to keep attacking Nevin. I still think he's fired. You got to fire him. I don't want to see him end the rest of the season because he gets these good guy moments where he's out there smiling and Sandoval walks by him and they're going to paint it on Bally's like, oh my God, the players love Nevin. Bullshit. Okay, what about those series against San Diego and the Dodgers? Was there any love and everything going on there? No. And then Bally's going to be like, well, that's the player's fault. It's not Nevin's. Stop kissing his ass, dude. He's a terrible coach. He's got terrible coaches underneath him. The only one worth a goddamn is Benji Gill. That's it. Everyone else can fuck off. But not to focus on all the negatives, we did get the W tonight. Moniak did hit his 11th home run of the season. And again, I'll stick by it. I said it before. I'll say it again. If Moniak was playing and playing 6 out of 7 days every week, he'd have better numbers than Trout right now. Hands down. He's got 11 homers, 29 RBIs, or 30, something like that. The dude's a stud. And you watch, dude. Neto's going to start firing up here and start even getting more hits instead of just going 1 for 4 and stuff like that. And Logan O'Hoppe is just right around the corner. I'm anxious to see him back, but then I'm cautious too because I don't want him rushed back in. But let's just say the Angels fart around and get close to the postseason. Then maybe, just maybe, if they're going down the freaking stretch here, they have an opportunity. Webb can provide that much-needed offense, because that would seriously kick. Our boy Wallach back to AAA, and it would be dude and O'Hoppe. And I just realized I messed up again. It is Jacob Webb, so my bad. Brandon Webb was in the league for so long. That was the only Webb I ever knew that played in freaking, in the majors. So like that's why I would go back to that. But the scoring summary right now for today's game: Moniak in the first inning, 11th home run. Scoring Zach Neto was 2-0 Angels, and Gleyber Torres, whatever you want to say, 2-1, his 14th to left field. And then the wild pitch scoring Stefanik, Neto to third, Ohtani to second. But again, they didn't pick up but 1 run with the bases loaded, nobody out. That was disappointing, but Shohei gave him much-needed breathing room with a triple, scoring Neto to make it 4-1. And then Moniak singles on a sharp liner to score Ohtani to make it 5-1. That was it. So the pitching was great. 5 runs, 5 hits. Looking at the box score for the Angels in the pitching department, like I said, Webb pitched 2/3 of an inning and a strikeout. Estevez an inning and a strikeout. But the main guy, Sandoval, goes to 5-7. Man, I would have figured he'd be 10-4 at this moment. But 7 2/3 or 7 1/3, 1 run, 2 hits, 3 walks, and that's the key. 7 strikeouts is good for him. That's where you want him to be. But he had a lot of ground ball outs tonight, which is also where you want him to be. But the walks and the pitch counts. He's not going into high pitch counts, 3 balls, 2 strikes, two balls, 2 strikes, throwing a couple pitches that are hittable, that are fouled off. Those extend at bats and extend his innings, or lessen his innings pitched and tally up more pitches per inning. So it's good that he was able to get on it today and pitch much more effectively. And again, I never thought I'd say this, but it's against a real bad Yankees lineup. So again, I like what he did, but I would love to see him do this against a team that's been his nemesis for so long in the Houston Astros, the Texas Rangers, any other one of these teams that are coming up here. I want him to pitch like this and really show that he's got what it takes to be the guy, because we all were behind him after Team Mexico's nice run. I think the only guy we weren't behind is that wife-beater Cyclops for the Doyers. But everyone else, we were behind on that Mexico team and wanting them to at least win or go head-to-head with the American team. But with that being said, Sandoval pitched his ass off there, and that's what I want to see. I want to see him play his game the way we know he can. And again, you're not going to pitch like this every night, but if his changeup's effective and he could be more consistent, just like the Angels' offense, this team can actually go somewhere. And that's where the honkisms come in, because we do believe that this team can win and do some things, but they have to prove it on a nightly basis. I can't sit here and see one game and just be like, oh, I've seen enough. They're going to be right where they got to be. It's not like that. Because right now, as it stands tonight, the Angels are 48-48, 9 games back. So that's not even for me, it's not even looking at the damn, what do you call it? The division right now is not even in play. And it's sad because we were right there at one point. The wild card, unfortunately, is. The Angels are 48-48, 4.5 out. Seattle Mariners are probably going to lose tonight, so they're going to be 4.5 out or 5. Or they might not lose anything. The Angels might get back to 4, actually, because I think Toronto lost, Houston lost, Baltimore lost, and Boston, I believe, won, and the Yankees lost. So they come back to us a little bit with that loss, 2.5 games out. They've been scuffling a lot, so we'll definitely have to see what happens. It could get interesting, but I hate looking at the freaking wild card. I really wish this team was in a better situation, and they could be. We have the talent. We got the players to do it, but
oh no! We suck again!
Well, not the last couple nights, because
we got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Exactly. Season starts tonight, and I have to play this because one more.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. If we win one today,
which we did,
that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak.
Winning, and that's what we want to do on this network. We want to get this team back to winning.
Wow, winning.
And so if we can, dude, tomorrow would be the time to get that sweep. And again, I'm going to be batshit crazy if dumbass Nevin uses any kind of excuse not to use Estevez. I just don't want to see that crap anymore. I'm so freaking sick of it. So sick of it. So let's get into the awards tonight. We gave away 3 to each side. We gave away 3 helpings of nachos, and we also gave away 3 golden Stamoses. So let's see who gets the golden Stamos award. Now, you could go, you could go with a handsome trophy to one of these position players like Moniak. Moniak did have the 3 hits, but he's not going to get the Stamos. And he did have the 2-run homer, but he's not going to get the Stamos. I think Sandoval shows you tonight what he can be when he's on. And that's really encouraging. Can he do that in the next start or in the next start after that? If he does his 3 out of 4 starts, the Angels are in a good spot. He'll live up to that number 2, number 3 pitcher we wanted him to be. But the inconsistency is there. So, again, this is a stepping stone in the right direction, But I got to see more. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, like he's back, he's there. No, I got to see him do his thing. So, but he does get the award tonight, getting the win, 7 1/3. Like I said, 1 run and only 2 hits allowed. The keys right here, 3 walks, so keeping the pitch count down and having those 7 strikeouts. So let's now get into the worst player or players. Oh, God damn, I can't talk right now. My voice is just leaving me, dude. So let's get into the nacho night.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
I think by next week we're going to get rid of that shitty song. I'm so sick of that song. That's probably the worst one that was created for us. We're going to have a brand new nacho song. It's much better and funnier. That one sucks ass. But anyway, the Yankees, they would have a guy tonight who gets not the golden sombrero, but he got the hat trick tonight, and that's Oswald Peraza. He's wearing number 91. This guy shouldn't be playing. I'm pretty sure Yankee fans are like, hey, man, he's a year or two away, if anything. He's only 23 years old, but he's only got 87 at-bats in his career, so it's not like a guy that's been tearing it up. But you give this guy the opportunity because of his speed to then lead off, and he's not doing a good job of it. And tonight was just another example. He went 0 for 4 tonight with the hat trick. So 3 strikeouts. Oswald Peraza gets your freaking helping of Angels nachos. I don't know how those nachos taste in New York. I've always wanted to go to New York, and that's one of the bucket lists for me. I've not gone to New York. Some people say it's overrated, but I'd like to check it out one day and go to Yankee Stadium. I would have loved to have gone to old Yankee Stadium, but never got an opportunity because old Yankee Stadium, if you don't know what games were in the 90s, they had such a home field advantage of that stadium. It seems like anyone can walk into Yankee Stadium and beat them in that new stadium because it's such a they don't pander to the real fans. It's all to the luxury boxes and those rich-ass New Yorkers. So with that being said, let's get into some comments, shall we? I'm going to try to go here with some phone calls later on. Kroom's car checks in with Light That Baby Up. Justin Option says, balls, and Todd Fox. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that because, it just doesn't sound right. But we'll play it anyway.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Todd Fox. Let's see. Sean says, let's go. Light That Baby Up. Dan says, the chair says, some more than decent pitching for once and on consecutive days, too. The chair right now is pinching himself. James Malou says, great win. Mickey and Sandy really stuck it to those Yanks tonight. Sean Island says Astros, Red Sox, Yankees, Mariners, and Blue Jays all lost today. So that was a good pickup for us to get that W. Kroom's car says, all I know is that the solid win now. If Ohtani is to be traded, you do not trade him to the division. That's division suicide and the dumbest move that you can make as an organization. Yeah, there's no way. I have too much faith in Perry. Now, if it was Epler still in charge, I'd be like, well, anything can happen. Brad Zabi says, what a game for Sandoval. We needed that for him to do that. Also, I hope on his next start he continues that. What a game. Nate Hustle says, let's go Halos. Also, James Malou says, balls, and Yankees suck.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Yankees suck. A winning streak, call Lou Brown. It's your boy says, these past 2 games have been good for my soul. Laugh out loud after witnessing them choke the game on Sunday with my dad in attendance. Yeah, that must have been super rough. Bro, I got mad when Herman hit Neto. Yeah, Nate Hustles, I'm telling you, again, dude's been hit now, 12 or 13 times? It's something ridiculous already. How many times have we thrown back at the other team? I'll wait. That comes with leadership, and that comes with a more fiery manager. First series win in a long time, Cruz Carr says. Also, series dub, I have with no Aaron Judge, the Yankees aren't great. We should be winning these games. Now let's hope that they get the sweep so we can get Silseth being called up to pitch. Good decision on Sandy letting the catcher to call the game. Yeah, he's been calling his own his own games, and it hasn't really worked out for him. Showtime fan says sweep or a bust. Exactly. The season starts tomorrow, Ryan says. Well, I don't know. I thought it all started last night, but
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight. If you're a so-called Angel fan, if you're a Halo honk for life like me, then shut up.
yeah, and Dan says, and the evil empire fired their hitting coach. Yeah, I mean, you could see why. I mean, injuries or not, most of those guys shouldn't be batting 200. But again, if you look at what's wrong with the Angels, if you look at Hunter Renfroe's swing, if you can go on YouTube and look up Hunter Renfroe's career, look how he pulls the ball in a lot of those highlights. Did you see the video of him working to hit the ball to right field? Thames is obsessed, and I mean obsessed, with going the other way with the hitters. And he does drills to go the other way. I think it's ruined Renfroe because Renfroe has these really weak-ass go-to-one-knee, sort of like Simmons from a couple years ago when he'd go down and swing from one knee and at a slider out of the zone and trying to pull the ball or trying to hit the ball to right field. I think it's the same thing, and I think it's ruined Renfroe. So, yeah. And he pinch hit Stefanik for Renifo tonight, Nate Hustle says. Mickey Moniak is the future of this team along with Ohapi and Neto. We're in good hands. I feel the same way. Sean says Ward is good at 4. Well, he went 0 for 4 tonight. He was good at that. Silent E says Estevez was a good choice to face the heart of the lineup, but no safe situation. I really hope Nevin won't use the load management excuse tomorrow if we end up with that safe situation. That's my only concern. If you wanted to use him in a 5-1 game, that's okay. If Nevin logic doesn't and philosophy doesn't freaking exist. If there's that thing that we know as fans where he's going to use the best performers on a nightly basis, then I have no problem with him using Estevez. But because of recent track record, and what he believes in now, I have to question these moves. Whereas normally me and you are probably like, who cares? Just get those 3 outs. And like you said, Silent E, using him against the heart of the order makes sense. But we don't trust philosophy because he could use that against him to not use him. That's my only issue. I agree with what you said. Theis got a hit in the balls, and he gets a pass. Dude, that looked like it had to hurt because he was like, oh, bro, that would hit me in the balls.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and
hit my nuts. Mickey Moniak, or that one. Also, Andrews said, light that baby up. Might as well trade Trout only if we are going to the playoffs. Sports News says, Ryan says, Brandon Webb hasn't pitched in a decade. I know. I got stuck on that dude. I've said Brandon Webb like 10 times. And wasn't he with the Diamondbacks? At least I know that. I agree, Todd, honestly. Should have just kept Webb back up for one more hitter and see what happens. Not philosophy won't use Estevez tomorrow. You mean Jacob Webb? Yes, it is Jacob Webb. Let's see. Hey, wasn't this last place team from New York one of the teams Shohei is supposed to go to? Yeah, well, the Yankees said that they're pretty much got him done, right? Signed, sealed, and delivered. Also, Sean says, more than likely it's going to be a bullpen game tomorrow, so I see why you would save Webb for tomorrow. That makes sense. I would have loved to have seen Silseth, though, up, Sean. I mean, man. Imagine if we had a pitcher like Kai Busch, with a track record this year in the minors, and if he had good numbers. I mean, you can bring up, I think it was Grillmaster that talked about bringing up Nate Diaz. And Nate Diaz is been a pretty, man, if you look at his AAA numbers and what he did last year, why the hell has he not made an appearance this year, even in relief? The guy's been rock solid. By far the best pitcher down there. But I think they're scared to use him because it's another lefty. But I think he would have been perfect to spot start tomorrow. Might as well trade Ohtani to the Rays. Now, that's a team that Showtime, if he were to go to the Rays with that like easy ballpark, him in a Rose Arena in one, man, I'm telling you, they would snap out of their kind of losing ways right now and go to the freaking World Series. Renifo Nacho Night because he sucks. Brad SB says Nacho Night for Nevin should be permanent Nacho for his dumb ass. Exactly. Jacob Webb, not Brandon Webb. Wrong person. I know. I'm sorry. Don't trade Ohtani to the Red Sox and Yankees. And Drizzle says the whole coaching staff needs to go except Benji Gill. I'm 100% right there with you. Don't trade with the Rays because we don't have a good history of trading with that team. You never know, man. We could get a diamond in the rough. Sean says Ohtani isn't getting traded, and I'm starting to see the light, Sean. I think you're right. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think though, Artie will make a fair push at him, but if he's only willing to start at $500 million, like he said, I don't think they're going to keep him. Fuck philosophy. Padres hater pitched 3 days in a row against us, and just recently owes Devin Williams pitched 3 days in a row as well. Stop babying these guys. Exactly, Ryan. And you know what it was, though? You saw a guy from what we had before, Joe Madden, who would burn out pitchers like he did with the Cubs. A lot of people say he won the World Series despite his bullpen and pitching use and overuse. I think we went from one extreme to the other. Now we went from hey, we got to use these guys nightly to don't use them back to back. But we will allow Artie Moreno. Ego won't let him trade Ohtani. Let's see, who the hell is Brandon Webb? Shut up. Silstats pitching tomorrow. We lost Charlotte's Webb's brother. Patrick Sandoval didn't put up much attitude on the mound and let the game get away from him today, R. Martinez says. Balls, and World Series bound. Oh, man, he's drinking the Kool-Aid.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and
World Series. Don says they just have to hold it down until Drury, Ohapi, and Trout and Rendon get back. Now, I'm with you about 80% of that, Don. Drury, Ohapi, and Trout, yes. Rendon, it doesn't really matter. After to me, getting Rendon back is like a football team getting their punter back after injury. They didn't really miss him all that much. After the Neto throwing air, Sandoval manned up and got the double play. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was just a bad throw, and again, our boy over there isn't the most skilled first baseman, but he'll get there. Giancarlo Stanton, how you doing? Absolutely have to sweep tomorrow is a must, Don says. I so believe that. Fuck Rendon, he's a cancer. Also, Ryan says nachos to the cameraman showing close-ups of Herman. Sandoval getting all the run support that at first. Realism behind the honkism. Yeah, Silent E. That was a good one right there by Dominic, who coined that the other night. Eric says, hey, we won 2 in a row, but Ohtani, it's time for the munchie meal from Jack in the Box. Yeah, it's like had Al and a couple other people, I think it was Dan too, the same thing. Like they're already giving the player the game when the game's not over yet to Ohtani, basically. I mean, like give it to Sandoval, but they're all like, hey, guess what? Ohtani got a triple. Hey, guess what? I tell you one thing. That home run by Moniak, it made me hungry. And you know when I get hungry, I get the munchies because I'm smoking that doobie because I'm Gooby. And Snoop Dogg in the freaking booth with us. We'll have a munchie meal together and share a big fat brownie. There's all kinds of variations of the Burger King Whopper. There's like 6 or 7. And right now at Burger King, you can get 2 for $6. Whopper, Junior. Yeah, that's every night. Let's see. Also, get back to 500 meme, or cue the get back to 500 meme. You got to play 80s song Maniac by Michael Cembalo for Moniac's Good Games. I've never heard that one, so I'll have to look into that one. Trade or not trade right now, Jack Chandler says. Boy, I don't even know. It changes on a nightly basis. But you would think if they're 5 or 4 back of a wild card, maybe 3, you absolutely have to buy. If you're 5 and over, you have to deal. Do you think we can get the Catman from the White Sox in trade at the deadline? Catman, I have no idea who that is. Cabbage looks like Harper. He does look a lot like Harper. Astros always kick the Angels' ass. They do own us. Boston is about to lose. I think they are down 3-0 in the 8th. That's a good sign. Let's see. Also, Eric Ward says, am I the only one who can't get excited over 2 wins in a row after the last 2 shitty weeks of Angels baseball? I just can't see how they can get back in this division race at this point. It would take, Eric, a sweep against Texas. It would take for Texas to be swept, and it would take the Angels to sweep at the same time. Just right now, I mean, Texas has picked up their game a little bit. I still think they're going to fade, and I was calling for the end of the month for them to be out of first place. but they're still hanging on right now in front of the Houston Astros in their upcoming schedule. Let's see. I'm gonna look at it right now. Let's see. They just finished with they've won five in a row out of the gate. They swept the Ohio team, the shitfucks, and then they've beaten Tampa Bay 2 times in a row. They got Tampa Bay tomorrow in a day game, and then they play Los Doyers. And I'm actually, I wish they would beat the Doyers. I really do. I fucking can't stand that they've gotten hot all of a sudden. They're in first place. But the Rangers actually play the Doyers for 3, the Astros for 3 at Houston, and then they got the Padres in San Diego. So with the standings right now, as they are, that's a difficult stretch for them right now. They're 4.5 games up on Houston. So if they can take a few losses, as long as they lose and we do our thing, you never know, man. And that stretch that we got coming up here, if we're able to get some wins, we could pull a little bit closer. I'm not going to honk my honk and say, oh, my God, we're going to get back into it. Watch out. Whoa. But you can see if the Angels can play anywhere consistent. Because, look, Pirates were beaten 10-1 last night, right, by Ohio shitfucks. And they lost again tonight, 10-1. Same score by the Ohio shitfucks. The Pirates have pretty much melded in. We got a 3-game series because the fanny pack tomorrow. 3-game series with not tomorrow, Friday. 3-game series with the Pirates. We go to Detroit, maybe face our old foe over there, Lorenzen, and then we play a Blue Jays team that's been kind of scuffling too. And then we finish out the month in Atlanta. So what I'm trying to say is you got some winnable games here, but you can't, with the Angels, how inconsistent they are, the shitty ass coaching. I can't sit here and say, oh, man, I think we're going to go like 6-4 in that 10-game stretch. Or you know what? We're going to go 8-2. I can't say that because they keep fucking up. Every time, like Eric says, you win 2 games in a row, you start to get a little confidence. You're like, hey, man, I want to see this. I think this team can get on a roll. We're probably going to lose tomorrow. Or we're not going to show up against Pittsburgh. It's like I want to believe that they're going to go in against those 9 games before they play Atlanta and take 6 out of 9 and be right back in the thick of things with a wild card and maybe within shouting distance of starting to make the division a little interesting. But again, Texas has a tough-ass schedule right now. And if Houston mans up against them, that could be in our favor. But that's a lot of ifs. And I'd rather not worry about what other teams are doing. I'd rather focus on this team and see if this team can fucking get their shit together. Because if they do, all bets are off, man. I've always said that. You just get into the goddamn tournament, you never know what can happen. What happened to the Proud Family Nacho song? That one is good. Oh, I looked that one up the other day, and Drizzle, but I'm not going to go with that one. I actually found another one. Let's see. I have a good phone call tonight. We'll get to you later. Calm your tits, my man. Big 20. I blame the little bastard squid for Sandy being taken out of the game. Any other player would have been caught without leaving the ground to take that catch. Oh, jeez. Balls, and that Bat Boy kid. Boy, he hates that kid. I love it. Let's see what we get down here. I got to get a smaller.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Bat Boy kid. Future Dodger Ohtani looking good, BC says. Ohtani will win 2-4 World Series in LA. Let me just tell you this, BC. The Dodgers got to win one since '87 first. They have not. That 2021, did you have a parade? No, you didn't. Wasn't a real championship. Lakers didn't have one. I don't care if it's COVID or not. Both those seasons didn't count. They weren't. They're asterisk seasons at best. At best. So, again, no titles, no ring pops. Well, yeah, they got a ring pop. But no titles. They're a whack-ass team. You got Dave Roberts, dude. He's probably just like Kershaw. Good regular season manager. But as soon as he gets to the postseason, he can't coach for shit. He can't, just like Kershaw, can't pitch for shit. So, good call on getting Ohtani. But it's not going to happen. He ain't going to Dodgers. Cabbage played like sauerkraut today, but it's okay. He'll be back on top of the food chain tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. Yankees fans have emotional damage because of the loss, and there was quite a few tonight. bandwagoners for sure.
Emotional damage.
See which team's fan base is more like look at me, Yankees or Dodgers. Dodgers fans for sure, but they'll tell you look at them, and then when you look at them, why are you looking at me, fool? And then it gets into a fight. That's how bad they are. Yankees just want attention. Let's see. BC lives in New York. Let's see. Where is Rendon? Doesn't he have any pride left? Is he gonna sit out all year? Fucking pussy. Well, Robert, what he's been doing is he's been doing his thing every game, which is smiling and trying to pretend like he's part of the team. But most players, again, I've played on a team where certain guys were supposed to be really good but couldn't play because of injuries, and after a while you forget they're there, and if they want to be buddies, they're just like a hang-on person. They're not anyone you respect because they're not on the field. You respect the guys that go out there, play through injuries. He's the weakest piece of shit I've ever seen play any kind of professional sports, and he just has no conscience to be taking that much money and doing absolutely nothing with it. Let's see. Also, BC says Ohtani winning a World Series would be good for baseball. It would be good, but not for the Dodgers. Trout who? Moniac. Robert says Wade, Renifo, and Squid are cancerous on the team. These dumb guys got to go. Brad is a beast says Nevin said on the post game that Chase Silseth will start tomorrow and that everyone is available. Well, that's good to know. But it's one thing to say it. It's another thing to do it. But I will say this, though. Silseth, let him pitch at least 4 tomorrow, especially if he's doing good. Give him an opportunity. Matt saying sweep. No, I can't say it because every time we go to a bullpen game, it usually doesn't work out for us. My buddy thinks the Dodgers are offering 6 players for show. Rumor mill. Nah, dude, it's what is it? Artie's too freaking good for that. Great W tonight. Last night was huge in the great series win tonight. Let's go and sweep tomorrow, Adrian says. Christian says, Renifo is swinging everything away and outside for months. Where is the hitting coach? He's the one telling him to do that. Again, if you saw the video, Roberto, he's teaching all these guys to go the other way. Now you may put in 1 or 2 drills like that a week to make sure that they're able to spread the ball around the field, especially for pull ball hitters, but you don't focus on that on a daily. Look at Hunter. Like I said, I'll go back to it again. Hunter Renfroe's swing has been ruined this year. Both Trout and Rendon are made of glass. It's your boy says, I'm going to the Rays series on my 19th birthday with my family, and I'm going to be mad if they sell. No, but I wouldn't mind this team somehow getting hot and looking like a real contender by then. That's everyone's dream. They want this team to win, and it can be if the right trades are made, whether that's Ohtani or not. I love watching Yankee podcasts after we beat them. They get so pissed. It's fucking hilarious. Funny how they all have that look and sound alike. Every one of them, it's like they are cloned. And a good one to look at, or Johnny Be Good, is if it comes on around 4 a.m. when I used to work graveyard. It's the Boomer Esiason show, and I forget what it's called, but it's on the Fan in New York, and you can get it on iHeart. When New York teams lose, whether it's epically the Giants or the Jets, I like listening to them, or when the Yankees or the Mets go down, because they're big homers for all 4 of those teams. And when they lose, oh my God, the excuses that come out and how they rip everybody is hilarious. So yeah, I'm right there with you. You can catch their the replay on iHeart, and it's worth it. If you got nothing else to listen to, I suggest listen to the Fan. It's hilarious. I think Drury will be back in the Pirates series. They said in a few days away from returning. Yeah, it's going to be a big bump to that offense, Don. I'm with you right there. The Yankees are wasting the prime of their Hall of Famers, Aaron Judge, Garrett Cole. It's a travesty that they went and have wasted their careers. There you go. James Malou says earthquake. I didn't even feel that. Let's see. Also, Todd, you need to call out the media on why the Yanks don't trade Judge. They are all about the World Series, no playoffs, yet they can't seem to get there with him, wasting his career. We got there last year, I think so. Let's see. Fabio says, can I call? In a minute here, I'll open up the lines here. How did you like Randazzo's hollaback reference during the opening promo tonight? Laugh out loud. It was so cringeworthy. Bally's is seriously getting desperate for programming ideas. And exactly, Eric, and that was what we were doing last night. We were playing the hollaback girl as a rally. as a rally song.
Cashback.
We were playing it, and it was actually working late in the game. And that's why we came up with that meme on the Instagram page, where I took Stefanic's face off and I put Gwen Stefani's face there, and I called him Gwen Stefanik. Yeah, we were playing this last night. Maybe he was sent that meme or saw it somehow. I don't know. He does follow us, so maybe that's how it went. But that was pretty cringe. Dude, I tried to hit the ball. I missed it. Need some more weed. And that was Thice right there. Also, Sports News says, can't wait for game 161 for you to call in to Roger and use the reason the season starts tonight and remind Todd, as he tends to have some brains like Sleepy J. Hey, I don't have that many brain farts. I mean, here and there, dick.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
I do. Ass. Roberto says, as long as Taylor Wade bats clean up, Angels will always suck. Taylor Ward. Don says, we have to take care of the Pirates and Tigers. At least 5 out of 6 is crucial. Exactly. If Moreno doesn't get 5 for 1 before season ends and he gets Moron Owner of the Year, take what you can. Ohtani isn't staying. And that's the thing, Richard. I'm telling you too. And Drizzle brought it up a couple nights ago. I thought it was a brilliant comment. The fact is, no matter what the Angels do, they're going to be criticized and looked at as idiots. You will not be able to judge what the Angels possibly did or did not do or get, or what they didn't get, for another 3 or 4 years. Because if Ohtani walks, we're going to have to see what he does with his new team, how long he stays a two-way player. What did the Angels lose out on? And then if he's traded, did those players equal anything close to Ohtani? Is not, because they obviously won't. But did we get a diamond in a rough that maybe hit 20 home runs and 80 RBIs for the next 4 years? Like a Hunter Renfroe when he's actually hitting? Did we get a young pitcher that was a stud that stayed in the rotation for a 4-year period? Did us signing Ohtani back to an extension kill us moving forward to where we couldn't stack the deck with more players to surround him and it was just the same old mediocre baseball? So that's why Drizzle's point makes a lot of sense. You literally are going to be called an idiot for whatever you do, letting him walk, trading him, or keeping him. You just won't know how big of an idiot or how smart you could have been or was by doing one of those 3. So when it does or does not go down with whatever happens to Shohei, I'm not going to have a definitive answer or a, hey, we won that trade, or hey, we sucked because we let him go, or man, I don't know about re-signing him. We have to pause and give it some time. We literally have to. I just don't think you can judge it right off the bat. You gotta let some time pass. Ray says, I think when Trout comes back, it'd be much better for Renfroe and over Ward. I agree. Still Seth announced today he is pitching tomorrow. Is there an Ohtani in our rotation anymore? One more day and we'll probably pitch on Friday. Jim says, yes, Marty, we would have a great chance to sweep tomorrow with Ohtani pitching, but Artie says, no. Slobber. Ohtani is set to go on Friday, Jim, against the Pirates. Let's see. Also, Richard says, so funny Angel fans would lose their minds if they could consistently make the playoffs. Dodgers did it, and they sucked. Shake my head. Go with this plan. 10 games. See if you guys can go 6 of 10 in the series. Well, the thing is, Richard, that is the goal. It's baby steps. And, again, we had a decade of going to the playoffs every year. And the first year when we won the World Series, I think we hit a pinnacle right there, and we were like, hell yeah, this is easy. We're going to do it the next 4 years. 2003 was a clusterfuck. 2004 got good, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 9, and we were consistently winning. And after a 4 or 5 year stretch, winning the division wasn't what it was all cracked up to be. Yes, it was nice to win that division, but we expected to be in the playoffs. Things changed. We wanted to win the World Series, just like the Dodgers. It's great for you guys to win all them divisions. That's all nice and everything, but you got to win the whole damn thing, else you're the Atlanta Braves minus the World Series. You know, the Atlanta Braves at least won a real World Series in that 13-year stretch. You know, Dodgers have had a 13-year stretch and got 0. You know, nobody counts that, dude. And I'm not the only one. USA Today still says the Dodgers have a drought since 88. So I'm just saying. I mean, I'm a hater. I'll admit it. But there's other bigger, way bigger mass media sports news that does not count that championship. See, we're likely to see Walsh anytime soon. Marty, that guy hasn't even reported to AAA. Dan Rio says, hey, there was a 2.3 earthquake in the, Ball, California area, or Bell, California, 15 minutes ago. I didn't feel it, dude. That's a nothing earthquake, dude. Let's see, love giving Yankee fans emotional damage. Hell yeah, because we all know that they are big-time jerks. Seriously. So when they lose, it's pretty funny.
Emotional damage.
Caesar says Catman is Tony Gosselin. Do you think we can get him at the deadline? Ooh, it would depend. It would depend who we would have to give up. But that is a pitcher I've wanted in the past. I kind of prefer Stefanik over Drury because he also strikes out too much. Maybe put him at first, Cabbage to the outfield instead of Renfroe or Ward. That would take some real coaching out of Nevin, and I don't think he's up for that. Anaheim Angels will win again. Epps says greasy Italians or drunken Mexicans. Boy, that's not racist. As much as I want to say about Rendon, I'm going to just keep it to myself. But my goodness, that fool is a pussy. Exactly, Alex. David Roscoe says Detroit Tigers should have won tonight against the Royals. Yeah, they blew that one. Winning cures all. I hope the Angels can keep it going. I think there will be a major trade soon. If the Angels continue to win, Ohtani does not get traded. We need to get that to the playoffs and resign. I don't think he's getting traded regardless now. I keep racking my brain about Farty's unfinished business, and I hope he can see that this team won't finish any business as long as he is the owner. His business should be just leave it at this point or just do what he says and do the billboards. And that's about it. I appreciate you remembering my comments, Todd. LOL sucks, but it's the truth. And it's true. Ohtani wants to be on a winner, plus MLB wants him on TV in the playoffs. That's true. But I do think, though, Richard, it's mostly his agent because it's not really, Ohtani saying, yeah, I want to play for L.A. Already is a piece of shit. All he cares about money, and that is true. The number to call in is 714-598-3221. You guys can call in. We'll take some phone calls. My voice is mad raspy. Yo. Yeah, it's jacked up from the game. And also, there you go. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, Todd.
What is up, Big Hammer?
Nothing much. So, guess what?
What?
I got the job, and I start tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So, it kind of sucks, but I'll get through it.
You are now officially a young man. You have what's called to us adults responsibility. So now you have to get up early.
So now I can't party as much anymore during the night, and I can't stay out late anymore during the night and try to get chicks. But on Sunday night,
no stealing backpacks, and you got to lay off the Shirley Temples.
Yeah, I can't have. That's what I was just about to say. I was gonna be like, yeah, I can't have Shirley Temples, and she never came to pick up her backpack today. It's still here, but yeah, it sucks that I can't be partying anymore. But on some nights I can when I don't have work.
Let me ask you this: are your parents gonna hook you up with a car, or are you gonna have to earn it?
I'm going to be driving their car for a little bit, and then I'm going to split the difference and pay half and half for the truck I want for a truck, for a small truck.
They're going to spot you half for a truck, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, but it's my fuckmobile. If I can get a girl, if I can get a girl in there after football games, it'll be awesome. It will be the big 20 Hammermobile be like, hey, girl, I can drive now. After the football game, want to come to my car, and then we'll go to my house or something, or just do it in my car in my driveway or something.
You need a station wagon. I think you get a station wagon, then you pimp it out as the back. You put a little mattress back there.
Or a van would be cool. Or a van would be cool.
Get a white van with tinted windows. Be like, put big 20 free candy or something. Free
candy girls or something.
No.
Yeah,
Don't say,
something like
don't say
that.
girls.
Yeah.
Girls. That's all
or
wrong,
something
bro.
like that. Yeah, or something like that so girls can come in my van and then I can with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just have a lot of 7-Up and cherry sauce and some cherries.
And some Shirley Temples ready.
That's right. You have your own little bar in there.
Yeah. Well,
Did you
have to wake up early. What?
Did you watch the game tonight?
Yeah, we won it. I got out I was surfing with my buds, and I saw on MLB app, it gave me a notification. We beat the Yankees. I'm like, yes.
Okay.
So I was surfing, but I was like, hopefully Angels can win tonight.
So
yeah.
Does this mean a lot of this coming from your car?
Yes! Yes!
Just,
yeah.
yeah. Just like a lot of, yeah. And then like stuff like that. Yeah. But it sucks. I have to wake up super early now for my new job, but I only have to work 4 shifts of training, and then I'm going to get scheduled normally, and then for like 2 days or something, and then so I'll have a lot more off time, and then hopefully Angels can get a sweep tomorrow, and
here we go
hopefully
again.
I'm going to be partying hopefully a lot this weekend. Hopefully we'll see, and then hopefully Angels can get the sweep tomorrow and go Angels.
Are you working 3 or 5 days a week?
So right now I have 4 days of training, and then we'll see next week how many days a week. I'll let you know.
Okay, I'm sure you will. But
yep.
That means that's going to be, 70% less party for you? You're actually going to have to be a productive young human being.
We'll see what nights I party. I might party on nights I have to work the next day. Who knows? I might be hungover when I go into the office. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see what life throws at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck, my man.
Yeah, but go Angels, and hopefully we can sweep the Yankees tomorrow. They suck.
There you
go.
go.
Angels.
All right. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Big Hammer. This guy. Yeah, so if you guys want to call in, the comments. I don't want to see Big Hammer picking up hookers in that truck, Marty says. Artie can afford to pay Ohtani $600 million. He doesn't sign him to a contract like the crowds will be like in Oakland. Well, it could get that bad. I don't think it'll get that bad. But Richard says, he scares me. I think he's talking about blow-up dolls. Oh, shit. Hammer, you do better with dudes on Grindr. I give Big Hammer a week at this job before he gets the ass. Said the kid says, bro, our clothes are going out of style with the length of these phone calls. Sorry, man. He's excited. I wanted to give him some time with the job and the possible getting some. That's Hammer. And then he just sprinkles in some Angel talk at the end. But yeah, call in again, I guess, 714-598-3221. If he clears surfing, partying, and avoiding cops trying to pick up 11-year-olds. Let's see. You see the Astros player tag up from first to second base on Taylor Ward's weak throw to second. I never seen that ever in baseball. Ward has no ability or passion to play. Yeah, Roberto, he has a noodle arm. He has a freaking noodle arm, and he does not get too much on the damn throws. So that's what can happen if you're not paying attention, number one, which he hardly pays attention. And then if you're, over there not taking your job seriously, other teams will see that and take advantage, and they have done that pretty good with him in the outfield. He's definitely not one of our best players out there, so we definitely got to see better stuff from him moving forward. But Wilby is the freaking big question in my mind, because look, we all know when he's on, he can be productive, but that's been few and far between. Lock up your teenage daughters, LOL. Hammer has all the makings of a teenage father. Oh, shit. Silent says, I had a white van with tinted windows a few years ago. Now I know why my buddy gave it the nickname he did. Did you guys see that movie Black Phone, by the way? That is a serious, thrilling movie, and the van played a part in that movie too. So, yeah, that was one of those movies that it was kind of hard for me to what's that called again? It was one of those kidnapping movies. So although it was a good movie, it was a bit cringe to watch because you're like, damn, dude, it sucks what happens to those kids. And but it was a good story, just a little freaky to say the least. Let's see, hold on, let me do one other thing here. Because I think we had an issue. When he calls, for some reason, it fucks up our call thing, and the Skype just totally funked up on me right now. So let's see if I can get it back rolling, because maybe you guys are calling in, but nothing's happening. Let's see. Let's see if I can get to work real quick, because we had this problem the other day, and it really is annoying. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Now we're back in. So if you guys want to try calling again, yeah, I figured it out. It's 714-598-3221. See, when Trout and Adele come back, do we DFA Renfroe? Dude is useless. Shit-scented candle. He's been terrible. Yes, Jason, he has been terrible, Joey. I was very disappointed. I thought the first half, April and start of May, I thought he was that's the guy we're supposed to get, but nope. He's been terrible. If he keeps hitting like this, and his average drops between 230 and 220, I would see why not, or say why not. You'd have to get rid of him at that point. Black Phone is with Ethan Hawke. That's a pretty good thriller. Let's see. Also, but Ward said he wanted to be an MVP this year. Do you think he can still do it? No. Eric Ward also says, it pains me to say that he sucks, and he does suck. We need Barlow and Salvador Perez for Ward, Webb, Wallach. Throw Renifo in there. Go Halos. And also Velasquez. The phone line gets drunk with him breathing in it. Oh, man. Let me see here, since we're not getting any more phone calls, because a few other people wanted to call in earlier. But I'm going to get to probable pitchers here for MLB here, and we'll see what we have going forward here, what we got listed. Let's see. The Angels would go with it's going to be Silseth tomorrow, opposed by the New York Yankees. Carlos Rondon. Rondon is with that porn star mustache. He is so far this year. He's making his third start of the year. He's 0-2 with a 5.23 ERA. 8 strikeouts in 10 innings pitched. 6 earned runs though. So he's been hit around a little bit. 4 walks. He's barely coming off of a injury-plagued season, so he's making an outing right here. So he got lit up a little bit in Colorado. I wouldn't have started him up there in Colorado if you're trying to wing him back into the rotation. And then after that, it's a day off. Then you got Shohei Ohtani versus the Pirates Oviedo. That is Johan Oviedo. Pirates have had a real up and down year. They looked good for a little bit and then just terrible lately. This year, he is 3 wins and 10 losses with a 4.53 ERA. He's allowed 43 walks in 107 innings. That is god awful. That is terrible. So look for the Angels to smack them around. They've got to win on Friday. Get your fanny pack and hopefully a victory there. And then on Saturday for the Angels, they've got listed Reed Detmers. Reed Detmers will be opposed by Osvaldo Bido. This guy is making his 8th start of the year. 1-1, 27 innings pitched, 29 hits allowed, 15 earned runs, also 12 walks in 27 innings pitched. That's high, and he's got a 5 ERA. So another young kid getting a start for the Pirates. And then the Sunday one, the finale for the Pirates, they're going to be throwing Keller, who threw today. He'll be going against Tyler Anderson. Keller is Mitch Keller, by far their best pitcher. He's 9-4 in 20 starts, or 9-5. He took the loss tonight in 20 starts, but the team has played very poor in their last month and a half. He's got a 3.73 ERA. He does have 36 walks in a 123 innings pitched, though. That's not bad. But he's not a strikeout, or he is a strikeout pitcher. He's got 130 strikeouts in 123 innings pitched, so he's going to be a tough one. So Anderson's got, I would have much preferred Ohtani going against this kid, but nope, that's not going to be the way the ball bounces right there. So that's your Pirates Angels pitching setup right there as we get ready for that series with Pittsburgh after tomorrow's game. Do you think Squid gets a no trade clause at the end of the season? I would. Good God, dude, I can't stand Squid. You know, like you can't stand him, Marty, the bat boy. You got to get rid of Squid. I'm so sick of that guy. Let's see. Also, I bet Nevin pulls Silseth by the 4th tomorrow. I'm almost 100% correct. He's going to do that. He's not going to let him go past that. Let's see. Roberto says, Grillmaster says, Johan Vito is 3-10 with a decent ERA. Decent to say is really being positive right there. The biggest problem I see is that the Angels have a culture of losing, and it's okay with them. All great teams hated to lose. They fucking couldn't stand it. And that's the thing. If you look at the young guys, they don't have that I don't care attitude like Rendon does. So again, I really think that that's going to be a positive moving forward with this young team. You know, the young guys are going to be what molds this team moving forward. Anna says Rodon is on that first year of a 6-year deal. Yeah, it's not looking good. Eric Ward also says he shouldn't be called Squid. He should be called Cockroach because you can't get rid of his worthless ass. Yeah. I mean, you could put raid on him. Do you know that, and I thought it was a fun fact, but they actually showed cockroaches surviving those nuclear tests that they used to do in Nevada back in the day before they dropped the Hiroshima bomb on people. They used, the only thing that would survive those nuclear bombs were cockroaches. So there you go. Do you think Ohtani understands that this team is much better than its record? Mix of bad injury, luck, and Phil costing us at least 10 games. We should easily be in a playoff spot right now. Well, I agree that. I agree all the way, because I don't know if he understands that, or if he looks at the brighter picture, or he's a glass half full guy instead of half empty. Because I think Trout is like that too. Trout's always thinking half full. He's never feeling half empty. So I think for the most part, he's got to realize that because we've seen him look confused. We've seen Trout look confused on some of philosophy. So there it is. Grillmaster says, cue the Minions meme. No, I hate the Minions. I'll never have a Minions. Never. Watch us make Oviedo and Bido look good because they are struggling young rookies. I hope not. You can say Oviedo, but you can't say Farmer. Yeah, I can't. CA says, just got home from the game. ToddFox made a cool Chicago White Sox fan tonight, or met a cool. That's pretty cool. Richard says, baby steps, go 5-5 or 6 of 10, and then the series from here on out. Angels fans, just win, and then you'll know. Good luck. And I hope so, and I appreciate that, Richard. I take a lot of shots at your Dodgers, so I appreciate you being nice to the Angels. I don't have it in my makeup to be nice to the Dodgers. I can't do it, my man. I'll be nice to you, but I can't do it with the Dodgers. I just have such a hatred for that team. But I appreciate those nice words. I mean, I hope we can. I mean, you'll likely get your taco nazo, but I just we want what's best for this team, and I think it would be good if both, if you want to call them LA teams, were good at the same time. We're not LA. We're Anaheim. Let's see. He said back in 2005 when he came to Anaheim to see the White Sox in the ALCS after the game, Angels fan at a local bar paid for everyone's drink. Bro spent $2,500 and said he was a class act. Well, that's a rich, drunk Anaheim fan. Anna says we need to make the Pirates walk the plank this weekend. That was for Joey. That was for Joey. All right, Richard. All right. What happens when Redbeard and the Pirates fall into the ocean? I don't know. They get marooned. This guy. Why do you do that to me? Huh? The Chicago White Sox fan brought me a beer. Super dope guy. Yeah, I mean, look, again, you'll run into some fans, especially if you ever get a chance, Hayes, to go to a visiting ballpark with with Angel gear on. It's not bad, dude. I mean, some fans will treat you good. I went to San Diego one time with Angel gear on, and the same thing. The guys bought me beer because they were like, oh, because my friend had a Dodger jersey on, and the Padres were just playing a random game versus the Orioles. And it was like a interleague game. So we went down there to watch the two teams play, and he came in his Dodgers stuff. I came in my Angel stuff, and then they were like, nah, he doesn't get a beer, but you can get a beer because we have no problems with the Angels. I was like, hell yeah. Eric Ward said, cue the talking about Shohei Ohtani's next start on Friday. And do you see, like, every time, that dude comes up to bat, it's like, hey, he's the league leader in home runs. How does he compare against Babe Ruth? Has there ever been a better two-way player? It's like, dude, calm down already. But Pierzynski cheated and Eddings helped him. Yeah, dude, if there was ever replay, that should have helped the Angels right there. I freaking hate Pierzynski to this day, Dan. Marty says we can give the Dodgers the goofy bat boy, but they ain't getting Ohtani. In fact, I will drive that kid over there myself and drop his goofy ass at the front office. I think we'd all be winning.
Wow, winning.
I bet you Bally's would do a promo of Ohtani taking a shit, and they'd make it into an equivalent of a shitting of a golden ticket. Yeah, they'd be like, "Hey, you guys want his golden shit bobblehead? We've got that at the next ball game." Good night. Don't worry. They F up in the playoffs. I'll be pissed, so I give the blue just as much crap. Trust me. Fire Roberts. We'll wait and see. That's the only thing, Richard. I hope they keep him, because if you guys ever get a competent manager, you will win some World Series. Do you know Ohtani likes to order French fries at Jack in the Box? Cue the music. He likes the curly ones. Moniac Homer, cue Bally's. That's a long drive to deep. Head Ohtani Dookie. I love show. Just tired of Bally's kissing his ass. Yeah, it's true. By the way, guys, do you know that there's a part 3 to the Shohei cartoon series coming up this weekend? Take Squid and Rendon with you when you take the Bat Boy. If we leave them on a doorstep, we will have to pay for their salaries. Yeah, can we just drop them off at a fire station? That'd be great. I'm surprised the Dodgers extended Roberts after he, on his record, said that they'd win the championship and failed to do so when they lost to the Padres in the LDS. Yeah, that was weird. Let's see. How about Gwen Stefani, don't speak? We need Snoop Dogg to throw the first pitch. Yeah, exactly. Hey, how about that guy Snoop Doggy Dogg coming down there throwing the first pitch, and then he can come up here for an inning or two, call the game, and we could just share brownies, and then we could share acid and have a trip inside the booth. I'd love to see Snoop in the booth with Kubi. It would be better than the game. Yeah, some of the Angel games have been that bad. So yeah, having Snoop in the booth would help. Otani actually eats the in Fountain Valley. I DoorDash there. His face is everywhere in there. He's like a god. Dude, Fountain Valley has a lot of good Asian food. A lot of good poke. Obviously Chinese and sushi. And they have what are those places called again? The pho, whatever the hell people call them. Some of those soups are amazing. I remember one time getting sick, and I was working with a Filipino worker, and he was like, he's like, bro, you look terrible. And I'm like, yeah, man, I got fever and everything. And I had never had pho before, pho, whatever. And he just got me this big-ass bowl there in Fountain Valley at one of those places. And he's like, dude, you got to drink the whole thing. And it was a hot day, too, and I was like pale. I was like ready to go home. I drank the whole thing, ate all the veggies and the beef. That kind of tasted weird because if you're not used to pho, like the first time you try it, you're like, damn, why does the meat taste like that? But after you eat it and I, put a little hot sauce, that sriracha that's hard to get now. Damn, dude, I sweated like crazy. Like I played 6 full court games. And by the end of the day, when I went home and showered, I felt like $1 million. I was like, I don't know what the hell they put in that stuff. He recommended that special soup or whatever. It was freaking delicious, man. So, I mean, I always swear by that. I always get something hot like that when I'm sick. So, yeah, that stuff's bomb. But definitely good eating out there. And if Shohei's over there, man, maybe he likes that because it's multicultural. I mean, there's so many good places to eat, different cultures. I mean, you can find good Indian food over there. I don't know how you guys if you guys like Indian food. I do. But there's a lot of good food over there. Do you know Shohei? Do you know Shohei doesn't snore? How I know? Because I was next to him. Bally Sports. Super checking in with that. Hunter Renfroe is the player you see. He's at his career averages. There a reason why he's a different team on a different team every year, except for Boston, the year where he had 25 home runs and 60 RBIs, runners in scoring position 200. Yeah, he was who we thought that he was, wasn't he?
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
He is.
And we let him off the hook.
And we let him off the hook. You know, Gooby would be pulling out all of the 80s band references, and Snoop would be like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Exactly. He'd be like, hey, have you heard of that band called Journey? Nah, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I know Eminem and Dr. Dre. I don't know who those guys are, but I do like M&M's because they're chocolate like your brownie. Sushi place at Brookhurst in Talbot. Ooh. I like those all-you-can-eat ones, dude. Like, we pay like 30. Like, there's one in, real quick, there's one in Hacienda Heights. I think it's Rock Sushi 101. And it's freaking like $35 like on Tuesdays. It's all-you-can-eat sushi. They have some bomb-ass sushi. And then you could also, it's unlimited, I think for $10 more, it's unlimited sake bombs and freaking their beer. There's a name to that beer, Sirocco or something like that. It's not bad, dude. It's really, it's good eating, man. See, you guys are making me hungry. Also, Eric Wirtz says, I know a guy that works with the Angels. Is very close to him. Show wants to stay in Cali. Let's just hope it's not with those blue bastards. Agreed. Giovanni says, Theis looks like he can go for a Munchie Doobie Bill. I can always go for one, and Theis is the same way. And then Theis just jumps in and goes,
yeah, I know that, dude. Oh, gnarly!
Also, let's see, Vietnamese place called Alak in Fountain Valley. Matt, on the Double Play show his year before MLB started, Roberts wasn't doing that again. DP asked him, and he wasn't falling for it again. Robert is a yes man manager. Okay. I didn't know he was like a yes man guy. If y'all ever want some good Indian food and curry, go to Little Indian Artesia. Dude, Artesia does have some bomb places. That's close to Cerritos, right? Because I know Cerritos has a couple places too. Let's see. I'm about to hit up In-N-Out. ToddFox, what's your meal at In-N-Out? Oh, get mustard fried, bro. Mustard fried patty and grilled onions on a double. Mustard fried patty, grilled onions. You can't go wrong, dude. I don't know what it is, dude. I love me some mustard, and when they do it into the burger, it's bomb as shit, dude. It's so good. Philosophy will find a way to cost us tomorrow. Let's see. You make me miss Orange County, Silent E says. I'm originally from there. Oh, I'm sorry, my man. Snoop Dogg comes down in the end of the game and interprets for Matt Theis. Cue the music. Also, now I might cook some curry for dinner tomorrow. LOL. Boy, and I love that. What's that chicken? I always mess up on those. I know. I love the naan bread, but there's that meat, the orange one. God damn, that chicken is so damn. Dan Patrick. I'm sorry, Richard. Yeah, Dan Patrick did get Dave Roberts on that. Yeah, you're right. I remember. I don't know why I was not putting DP together. I was like double play. It doesn't make sense. My bad, Richard. Eric says, imagine this, Snoop and GA in the booth. Fucking epic. That would be good. It's the Halo Honk line. Yeah, it has, dude. Hold on. Let me fix something real quick. The sound's a little off. How you doing, my man? Absolutely.
Ari Moreno did something smart for him. Even though it's kind of 50-50, he's not trading to the Dodgers. I hate the Dodgers. Even though we might get a good package, it just hurts, man. I don't want that shit.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
I can't have him in a Dodger jersey, dude. Even if it's for a half a year.
Yeah, it'll be a nightmare. I'd rather see him in a Yankees jersey.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Real quick, masala chicken. Hell yeah. The tiki masala tandoori chicken. Oh, it's good stuff. I'm sorry. I've been on a diet, so like now that I'm talking food, dude, I'm like all worked up now. I'm trying not to be a fat ass. I've actually lost 12 pounds, so I'm trying not to be a fat ass.
Yeah, I'm eating ramen noodles. I'm trying to gain weight right now.
Damn, dude. What? How much do you weigh, Supra?
Well, I'm only 5'6". I want to grow taller, but I'm like 155 pounds.
Well, you can dictate your weight, but you can't dictate your height, so you're kind of stuck with that. But 150 pounds, all right. See, like dude, like 3 weeks ago, I was 275, 6'3". So now I'm down to 2. No, actually, I've lost more than that. I want to take that back, 16 pounds, because I'm at 259. 259.
Yeah, you're pretty tall, man. I never knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Damn.
I used to when I was 220 or less, I could dunk, but my fat ass has been stuck to the ground lately.
Yeah. Also, I want to mention something. I love Ohtani, but Valley Sports needs to stop dick riding him. If Ohtani signs a contract in like 5 years or more, it's just gonna be like, did you know Ohtani used to wet himself?
He used to what?
And like fucking Ohtani. Did you know Ohtani used to wet himself? Oh yeah. Did you know Ohtani? Did you know? Okay, did you know Ohtani doesn't snore at night? Okay. Like, it's so annoying. Like, are you just stalking him at me? Are you just stalking him for like fucking 24 hours a day, bro? It's annoying as shit. Like, talk about like Neto or something.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, they're going to be forced to next year, and it might be. It might be a thing to where Bally's might not be around. They're losing contracts with baseball teams left and right. I think Dan sent me one where the Diamondbacks weren't able to get the what's that called again? The extension with them. So there's teams losing their contracts with Bally's. So I think Bally's would be, I don't know who would take over, but if Ohtani stays. I even think the new channel is going to be all over him. It's just if the young kids are out there playing their asses off, I hope they get some equal time. That's all I'm saying. Because I mean, we all love Ohtani, and we there's nothing wrong with an Ohtani story and everything, but the way they make it seem, it's like he's the only dude on the team.
Yeah.
It's like
annoying, man.
It's like he just got out and they're all like, "Hey, guess what? He's gonna be up in 2 more innings."
It's like, oh, even though Mickey Moniak hit for the cycle twice and Zach Neto made 10 gold glove plays, Ohtani went 1 for 10. So that's all we're gonna focus.
Yeah, he ripped that single at 110 miles per hour.
Yeah. But yeah, I still love Ohtani, man. He's like the best. Like he's fucking doing what Judge does and also pitching, bro. Just revenge season, bro.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll have to. I hope he has a really good start on Friday, man. That'd be awesome because you never know. I still think he's staying here for the. I changed my mind because I want him to. If we're gonna not sign him back, obviously trade, but I think he's gonna stick with us to the end of the season, and either for good or bad.
Yeah, this 3 series start is going to determine if we're going to be buyers or sellers. If we win these series, I think we're going to be buyers. If we lose them, we're going to be sellers.
Dude, best case scenario, we go 7-2. 6-3 would be good, but 7-2 would be fantastic, and we would definitely make up 3 or 4 games in either the wild card or the division.
Yeah, we need to be hot. Like I don't want him to go to the Dodgers. Like if he's going to FA, he's going to the Dodgers most likely because that was like his destination. I heard, but I don't want him to go to Doyers.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Man. Well, Supra, enjoy that damn ramen.
Yeah, Mickey Moniak, man. But Mickey Moniak, man, he's been good. He's been good. It's like other than Ohtani, he's like the best hitter. He's like getting Mike Trout stats, even though it's
I think they found a spot for him in the lineup. I hope they don't move him there. I like him in the 3 spot.
Yeah, I hope they stop until Renfroe gets his shit back. They keep playing Moniak.
I would love to see. Because Moniak's giving Ohtani pretty good protection. If you're gonna keep Neto at number 1 and put Ohtani 2, I'd like Moniak 3, but then put Trout at 4 when he comes back. I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah, Moniak should be at 3, Trout should be at 4. Then I don't know when Rendon's coming back. He's a disaster of a contract. Man, I thought he was gonna come back this year, but he's like, "Oh, my wrist hurts."
Yeah, I would put him at 8, dude. Like I would play anyone else around them. Then I wouldn't put him anywhere close to what do you call it, the 5 spot or whatever. He's terrible.
Yeah, I'll put Neto at 1st, then Ohtani 2nd, Moniak or Trout 3rd, and Moniak and Trout at 4th. 5th would be I don't know, Ward.
Oh, Anna said Drury. I forget. Yeah, Drury would be good behind Trout.
Drury.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drury would be 5th, 6th, Ward, 7th, Rendon, 8th, Cabbage, 9th, Fletcher. I don't want Velasquez to be anywhere in this fucking lineup.
Put Stefanik in there, man. We need more contact.
Yeah.
So.
We need more contact. We just need to hit the ball, man. Like the first game after the break, we actually did something right. We were bunting, hitting and run, but we just had terrible luck.
Yeah.
But Phil Nevin's philosophy, terrible management. At least I heard some boos though.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to freaking practice all year, you'd be good by now at bunting, but they don't. So, yeah. All right, man. Well, let me let you go here. I'll get back to a few things because I think we're going to close out the show, my man. I'm glad to talk to you again, Supra.
Yeah, go Angels. We need to win tomorrow.
Absolutely.
See you later, bro.
All right, bro. Later. All right, that's Supra right now. You guys enjoying his eating habits. Yeah, Hayes, I do. I know it's not really a secret, but I just love me some mustard fry. And you probably know some of the stuff. The only thing I'll always shit on In-N-Out with is I don't like their fries. I am not a fan of the fries. Can't stand them. I wish they had an alternative like onion rings, but they just don't. Let's see. Also, Sushi Koto, the place that Otani and Ippei eat. The owner told me that Ippei was an employee there. That's interesting. I wonder how he met Ippei, or because Ippei did come over from there, right? Or come over with Otani in Japan, or did he meet him here? Because that would be very interesting to know. Because I'm not up on my Ippei. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up, Eric? Let's see. Also, Otani generates major cash. Let's go undefeated the rest of the month. Silent E says, honk, honk.
And of course, I was pretty cocky.
John Stamos
Choked on me.
The best looking guy to ever walk the face of the earth. John Stamos.
If you're a so-called Angel fan, if you're a Halo honk for life like me, then shut up.
He's always mad. Let's see also. I'm not going to read those right there. Let's see also. Dominic says Sandoval did exactly what we said last night. Have brass balls like Canning had yesterday. Yeah, he did. Sad thing is he's using the Dodger fork. Oh, jeez. I'm curious why we play Renifo when we have Escobar. I feel Escobar is better defensively, offensively, but no research. Yeah, if you look, Silent E, his hitting is much better than Renifo, and he has much of a better resume. Although he's older, he is a better player. But, again, that's philosophy. Do you like Five Guys, Todd? If we're talking about the burgers, yes. But they are way too expensive. Let's see, what about shakes in and out? Yeah, the chocolate shakes are the bomb. Todd, you missed my comment about Matt Theis. I want to hear your impression. Which one was that? I'd have to look for it right now. You'd have to send it next time. Do it next time. I'll do the impression because my voice is kind of killing me right now anyway. Ippei's dad used to chef for Nippon Ham. Nippon is a good restaurant. Let's see. Oh, which way is first base? Never. See, I'm getting killed on the throat. Ippei was born in Japan, but he went to UC Riverside. I wonder how one applies for a job being the interpreter for one of the most iconic baseball players. And then, of course, you know, it's okay, Matt. But it's cool though, the fact that he got that job. That's pretty dope because it looks like him and Otani are like the best of friends. MT says he used to be a chef at one of the Japanese restaurants in Walnut and left for Nippon Ham Chef. That's very interesting. You should try to get Ippei on here, Todd. Well, that would be great. Because I'm pretty sure he would be cool with being on. Because obviously, we would never get Otani. But to get Ippei would be pretty cool because then you could talk some Otani talk, and then we could goof with him and tell him how, hey, have you ever noticed Bally's does this for every time they mention the O word? And I would think he would find that funny. Hopefully not, the wrong way. I'd have to explain it to him in advance, but we'll see. Good night, Richard. And I think I'm going to say good night, too. We're at an hour and a half. My throat's killing me. But 2 in a row, I feel really good. And hopefully the Angels can keep it going. And we're going to play this song as we're going to go out. I think we're going to make this a thing. Damn, my throat's killing me. So enjoy the little snippet here of some Stukas as the Angels win.